I already fixed the audio before that message even came through. That's how far ahead I am in the future. Do we have any other Flipper Fun submissions? Everyone, we went through my lock scratching and everyone dodged this week. I think we got 2.
Flip it.
Wow, a ropey 1 minute with room, no direct audio. That's usually a auto flop. You can send it in if you want though. Vekked at vekked.com. Wow, that scooter injury sure did heal fast.
Flip it.
Oh damn, that's not even legal here. You're on those illicit meds. What up, wickedest lizard? We is on YouTube as well today. First time we've had a Flipper Fun on YouTube and Twitch. If you are in the YouTube chat, say something, because we haven't had any chat yet on YouTube today. Oh, we do. This intro needs to be playing during the next inauguration. I mean, you know, for the right price, they can license it. I think turntables. I think it'll be all streams. I want to do both YouTube and Twitch. Basically the big thing is up until somewhat recently, maybe like could have been like last year at this point, but somewhat recently, like is against Twitch terms to restream. If you were like an affiliate or whatever, as I am. But now it's fine. So, and then I had to figure out how to do it, which I have. But what I haven't figured out, which may never be figured out, is what to do with the chat, because that's still against Twitch policy. Is you cannot put chat from other sites on Twitch screen. The internet should just be free, man. How you doing, William? You're the first and only YouTube chatter today. We got 9 people on YouTube though. And the last couple of just like freestyle jams I did to test out the restream, YouTube is getting more people watching than Twitch. Maybe we should do like a flip or flop Twitch versus YouTube at some point. It's all the Twitch OGs against the YouTube newcomers who we will acquire in the coming weeks. Definitely, yeah. I want to do that turntables. I want to do it a little bit more proper though. We got a YouTuber said YouTube is superior to Twitch. What up, Tech? What up, Old Wern? Yeah. So for the YouTubers, you see the Twitch chat on the screen. So I don't seem insane or anything. But for the Twitchers, if you just hear me talking to or reading stuff that isn't in Twitch, it's because it's on YouTube.
Flip it.
Flip it. Also, I don't know. Maybe someone else will eventually tell me this, but can I get the bots to work on on both YouTube and Twitch chat? Because yeah, it'd be nice to have the Discord links and stuff share on YouTube as well. I just manually did it. If anybody, yeah, we have like a pretty rockin' Discord community of about 1,000 right now. For anyone on YouTube who isn't aware of it yet, because yeah, this is the YouTube debut, the official one at least. William, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I am gonna keep up the good work. There's no stopping anytime soon. I've just been ramping it up lately. What do you win for being the first YouTube chatter of the day? You win free entry into the Flipper Fun DJ Battle audience, which is happening in, looks like, a minute. The best show in the universe. That's right, Lizard. Let's see. We have 10 on Twitch. It doesn't tell me how many are on YouTube. 7. There we go. All right, all right. We will get started in one sec here. Okay, I think it should work. Bam, there we go. Bam. All right, I'm here. Lizard is here. Vekked Wyatta is here, and I think that's all we got submitting today. We had multiple people saying they were going to submit for the scratch battle today, the fun battle, but we only got 2. But that's all right. We're in the off season. It's summer. People got stuff to do. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so since this is the first this is the first Flipper Fun battle on YouTube that's been streamed on YouTube. So I should explain what's going on here. So basically, every week, pretty much when I'm here, unless I'm away or something, we do like a DJ battle, different topics, whatever. It's all run through the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, jump in there if you're interested. And basically, there's it's a 1-minute video of various topics, and for the off season when it's Flipper Fun, there's also Flipper Flop, but Flipper Fun, we just do it for feedback. Watch the routine. There's a poll on Twitch if you want to vote whether you think it's a flip or not, and basically it's just for feedback and improvement in the off season. Sometimes if there's enough people, we'll do like a winner of the week, an informal winner. But then there's also Flipper Flop, which usually happens once a year, maybe twice a year, depending on sponsors. And that's a full 10-week DJ battle with prizes. Last season, that was at the start of this year, we had Pioneer sponsored. We had a Rev 7, a DJ S1000 sampler. We had a lot of prizes and a lot of good routines and stuff. And those ones have more strict rules for every week. But yeah, for now, if you're interested, just tune in Sundays 5 p.m. Oh, did you submit something, Code P? Let me check. I don't see anything. I don't see an email. I only have Vekked Lizard and Vekked Wyatta. The 2 Vekkeds submitted. And yeah, that's the. Oh, you said you missed the cutoff, but you didn't submit. Well, yes. If you didn't submit, you missed the cutoff. But yeah. Anyways, for the YouTube viewers, that's kind of what's going on here. We've only got 2 entries today, so we'll run it and we'll talk about the routines, and you can kind of see how it goes down. But like I said before, if you are interested in joining in this kind of stuff, there's also a producer section if you just want to produce and not DJ or not scratch. Go in the Discord, which I just linked on YouTube. And then here we go on Twitch as well. All right. So one more sec. I'm just going to double check that we got sound for the lizard. There we go. You guys can hear that? Let's get a little sound check for on both YouTube and Twitch. Tell me if you heard that all good. And then let me see. Ugh. Uh-oh. I just realized, oh no, I can't do a poll. How do I do a poll on? Oh no, I've got a new chat. This is the new chat that I have for this restream thing. Do I have to go to actual? Do I need to go to the Twitch site or something like that? Well, that's it. I would just ask people, but I don't want. Well, the judging is supposed to be anonymous. Yeah, just give me 1 sec. I'll just go to the chat on the actual thing. There we go. Okay. Flipper fun. 2-minute poll on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, you don't see it. And that's gonna be rocking in 1 sec. Let me just catch up on the chat. There's a plugin to send to multiple sources without restream. You'll have to let me know what that is, Senior, because I'm new to this. And /poll doesn't work in the restream chat box. Like, I just did it and it sent, but it doesn't give me the form to fill in. So yeah, so for now I just opened up Twitch in the other window. There's the poll, and here's the lizard routine. Let's go.
Sweet. Picking. You have like a Dorian. Sweeps picking.
All right. There we go. How's the poll doing? Oh, we have like 10 seconds left in the poll. What do you guys think? Flip or fun? Flip or fun? YouTube, if you want, you can just say what you think in the chat. Usually there's an anonymous poll on Twitch. On YouTube, I don't know how to do that yet. Okay, we got 2 funs and no flips. All right. Let's oh man, why's the window shouldn't be shrinking like that. Okay, let's see. Let's run it back.
Sweet picking.
Okay, so just a second. I'll have a bit more of a play, but I've got a recommendation, some feedback right off the bat.
have like a dory.
Okay, so we're at we're at like 42 seconds into the video, and I'm gonna be pretty straight up here, Lizard. I don't think I've heard a scratch yet, or barely. It's mostly just like playing, like you cued in the guitar and then you played the vocal sample. You like released it, a couple of them, and then every time you have played the guitar so far, you just played like a couple beats of it, right? So for melodic scratching, basically, I'd say what you want to focus on, what you want to try to do is you don't want to just play samples. Like it sort of comes off like you're just sort of showing us what sounds are there, rather than actually like flipping them and manipulating them and that kind of thing. So yeah, so far, I know that you get into it a little bit later in this routine, but and you went a little bit over time, but it's flipper fun, so it's all good. But right now, basically 42 seconds into the routine, you definitely got to get into the meat of it. There's too much of an intro. There's a little bit of stuff there. I don't think that 45 button is in key. Right there, that's the best section so far, like where you're actually sort of like changing the the sample, rearranging it slightly. Yep. So this part of the sample too, like this guitar lick, I think is definitely the most useful part. The guitar you were playing earlier was really fast, like some sort of like crazy like tapping or sweeping or something, and like the notes were too quick or too close together to actually like rearrange. With this one, where it's like dun 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 dun, like it has those four notes, you can put them in different orders. So that's the goal with melodic scratching, and that's why I would say for next melodic scratch attempt is try to actually like take those four notes or however many notes are in the sample and put them in different orders, you know? Try to avoid just like scratching the beginning and playing them through. That's one of the differences. I guess I probably didn't go over it too much on Monday, but one of the things with scratching melodies specifically is you want to sort of move away from just the beginning of the sample over and over. It's like and you also want to move away from just playing it from start to finish. So it's like if you were playing piano, for example, and you had like five notes to use. You're using the pentatonic scale, I guess. You're not just going to play those five notes in order, like from the first to the last one, like over and over. Like you're not going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Like you're eventually going to put them in different orders. And that's the goal. Create different melodies, flip the sample, and make something new out of the sample. The 45 just sounds funny. Yeah. So I think my biggest qualm with this one is you're a little bit too timid with the melodic samples in terms of just playing sections of it, but not actually like scratching it and rearranging and flipping. So try to get that in. I'd say transforms and stabs are your best friend, and also focusing on like releasing the note and putting the the order of the notes and that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I Echo internally said, respect that you show up and that you're doing it for sure. It's yeah, it's that's how you get better. You know, you put yourself out there, you enter, and you try to improve and get feedback. That's what it's all about here. Yeah, and melodic scratching I think is is a very different style of scratching, and unless you practice it specifically and you don't say that, lizard. Unless you practice it specifically and you there we go, there's the chat so YouTube can see. Unless you like play with melodic scratch ideas, then it's a bit of a jump. Like if like you know, there's lots of people who are really good at scratching in general, that they do melodic stuff and they just treat like a melody the same as like an awe or fresh sample or something, and it doesn't work at all. It just sounds like really noisy and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's definitely tricky. It's definitely something you have to learn itself. But yeah, Hadu Shroom said, yeah, it sounds way off key on the 45. Yes, it does. I mentioned that though too, but it sounded funny. But yeah, that's another thing with any sort of melodic stuff. It's very important to make sure that everything is in key. I think most of the notes, this sample had a lot of stuff going on, and it was a little bit out in some spots, but there's other spots that worked. So yeah. But yeah, I think that's good for Mr. Lizard. Now we got our only other entrant today, Vekked Wyatta. We have two Vekkeds. I have to make sure that I'm reading the full name properly, because we have, like, if I just read Vekked now, I don't know who it is. Yeah. Weakest Lizard does always represent. He was one of the most improved of last Flip or Flop. He got a most improved prize. He's always he's on the right track. There's so much to learn though, and Wickedest Lizard never shies away from any of it. I'll have to rewatch it. Turntables, I think. Yeah, like for me, honestly, with a lot of melodic stuff, it wasn't until maybe like 7 or 8 years ago when I started to like play piano and learn and hear that kind of thing. So I probably didn't even realize when I was watching stuff earlier. Yeah, another one that sticks out to me now is A-Track's like guitar routine, which is still like a super classic routine, but if you like listen too hard, it's just, there's some pretty gnarly key clashing in it. But yeah. Anyways, Vekked Wyatta, just a second, I'm gonna get Pole Rockin' on Twitch. And we're gonna go flip or fun. 2-minute pull. Now, if you're on YouTube, you don't see it. That's what you get for using YouTube. And then let's see what he's got for us. There we go. What do you guys think? Let's get some poll votes in here. Let's get some YouTube comments. What's YouTube think? YouTube can vote in the comments. Rim Jickles is 50-50 on Flipper or Fun. Oh, it's a very divisive routine. We got 33% flip so far. Get your votes in quick before it ends. 10 seconds. All right. 4 funs, 2 flips. Let's go back through it though. Is this Vekked Wyatta's first entry? Maybe it's been a while. I don't remember the SC5000 setup. Yeah. This is what my turntable guitar is based off of. I almost forgot what it looks like because I've had a skin on mine for so long. But yeah, a C5000M, honestly, I think is underrated. Like people are like using all these other digital vinyl kind of hybrid tech like Rain 12s and Phase and blah blah blah. And honestly, I feel like the ST5000M was like better than most of that stuff, but it wasn't really marketed for turntable people. Is like marketed as like a CDJ alternative. They do spin, yeah. They spin like turntables. They feel good. 7-inch. There's a 6000 version that is a 9-inch or 10-inch record. But yeah. But feature wise, it's super robust. Like it basically has like almost Serato like built into the actual player. We're gonna go back through it. I like that little like tone build up, like kind of creating a a build like purely from turntablism. I like that kind of stuff. You know, yeah, the build up's nice. Yeah, I agree, Gary. I like this part, the scratching that note there. Yeah, somebody else said this in the YouTube chat, and I kind of would agree with this feedback. Needs more activity on the decks and fader. I'd say, yeah, I think being a little less timid about the scratching. Even with melodic scratching, there's still lots of room to like to rip up the sample and stuff. Like the cuts on the last note of this melody that you're doing were great. I just like to see more of that. Like, yeah, one sort of rule that I often give my students who are working on routines and stuff, the ones that get a little bit too cue happy, is I say, every time you touch a cue point, you have to touch the record before you're allowed to touch another cue point. So you unlock your cue point touches by touching the record. That gives a bit better balance sometimes, I find. Because yeah, at the end of the day, what we do, what our art form is of DJing is turntablism. The turntable is that's the active word, you know. It's not a cue pointism or mixerism or anything like that, right? So yeah, trying to get as much turntable stuff in there is cool. Makes it unique. I like sort of structure wise and musical musicality, like with the build and the notes and stuff, were that sounded good. So yeah, like the the structure and arrangement was cool. I like the tone idea with the build up. I I was kind of hoping that maybe you'd rip up that tone a little bit. I think there's like some cool stuff you can do with that tone. Um, it might be hard to do like any specific melodic stuff with the tone with this. I forget what the features are. If there's like a pitch play, then maybe. With the pitch fader, um, it's definitely doable to do like classic like pitch tone stuff, but um, that's something that I've went in on previous master classes where basically if you are doing pitch fader tone, you have to be very, very, very sure that you know you're hitting the right notes and you're being in key and stuff, because that's one thing that I think that hasn't really aged the best in turntablism is like doing like when people do like a +8 -8 like melody that isn't really hitting any good notes. It sounds really like, I don't know. It doesn't sound very musical and stuff. But it's still possible to do the fader note melodies and pitch fader like tone play type of things. You just have to like you have to prepare a little bit. You have to like you have to basically know what notes you're going to ahead of time and what percentage they are. In the Discord, I posted a really, really useful tool that I use all the time. That there's a site where someone converted the semitones into percent. I think they did it for mixing, but it works. It's probably more useful for turntablism, but basically it tells you like how far you have to move the pitch fader to hit different notes and different intervals. So that's super useful. And because even on like a SC5000M, I think it has 50% pitch range or maybe even 100. But anyways, you'll be able to like you probably have to put like a little sticker or mark or just remember like where the notes are, but you can like find like, 2 or 3 different notes to go back and forth between and create tone melodies. Yeah, like even this part, every time you hit the cue, if you did something on the record, I think it would make it a lot spicier. And again, I actually like this. I think this is pretty cool. I've never really thought of like doing like flaring the filter sound. So it's like what like it's kind of a cool sound. But I think if you did that and like scratch the record a little bit between each one, pretty good beatbox scratching right there. But if you did that, I think that would, again, just makes it spicier, makes it more interesting, makes it like, I think with any routine, like a more battle-oriented routine, the goal is to get your musicality, your technicality, and your creativity all kind of working together in unison. If you can have a section of your routine that is musical and technical and creative, then you have a winning combination. So yeah. Let's see. It's in Senior Positive says it's in HID mode. Is it in HID mode? This looks like the normal Denon thing that's on mine, but I mean, I'm not. Honestly, I've only ever used it for my turntable guitar. I haven't really used it otherwise, so I only know the features that I use for the Franken Scratch. Yeah, flicking and tapping the platter, that's right. Any of that would be cool. Yeah. But yeah, the good thing is that like sonically, like the patterns you're doing with the notes, and you're doing, and the tones, like all the ideas like sound good. I'd say for you, Wyatta, it's about adding more technicality, and not even like technicality as in like making it like super difficult, but just like adding scratching to it, more turntable stuff. I think like sometimes an irony of turntablism is sometimes, especially with melodic stuff, like touching the turntable and like adding scratches to melodies there's a lot of stuff that doesn't sound good. And so sometimes there's this temptation to like avoid touching the turntable because you could do something that doesn't sound good. Basically, it's like if you're just winging it, you might do something that sounds gnarly. So yeah, sometimes like you kind of hold back and don't do as much turntable manipulation. But if you go too extreme with that, then all of a sudden it's like you're not even using the turntable at all, and then it's sort of at the end of the day, that's our art form, and that's what we're trying to do. So we're still turntablists, we're not samplerists. So we want to there's always going to be cool things you can do with the record. You just have to explore and experiment and prepare. A lot of times, like when it's melodic stuff, that kind of thing, you can't really it's hard to fully freestyle it. Like I at this point I can freestyle melodic scratching, but it's because I have so many sort of stock default patterns in that. But yeah. Anyways, that's all we got for entries. So if you're on YouTube, enter next week. We're going to do it next week again. Yes, next Sunday I'll be here. So if you guys are interested, jump in. And for now, bam, we're going to do a Discord scratch jam in, let's say, 30 minutes. I'm just going to freestyle scratch a little bit. And yeah, and then we'll do we'll jump over to Discord. And last time we had like 7 or 8 people cutting it up in the Discord. And let's see. Ooh, what's that again? There we go. Bam, bam. I got a couple settings here to change. But yeah, I'll just scratch it up with the visualizer for now. And the topic for next week, I don't know. Let's see whatever you guys got to give me some masterclass ideas for tomorrow, and then we'll pick a topic after tomorrow, depending what the masterclass is. Thank you for sharing the Discord. If there's anybody on YouTube, could you post the Discord there as well? And then here we go. I'll just cut it up for a little bit, maybe like 20, 30 minutes, and then we'll rip it into the Discord and we'll cut together. Triplets? What is that? Like a giblet? What up, YouTube chat? How's everyone doing on the YouTubes? What up, Brazil? Interesting to see that you by accident make sometimes 3 instead of 2 clicks. Nadal, come on. You think that I'm accidentally doing 3 instead of 2 clicks? That's the visualizer not tracking properly. Yeah, what you guys trust the AI over some old-fashioned skills? One second. I'm going to do a different beat, and I'm going to... Where are the twiddles? The twiddles are in the trash, is where they are. There's no twiddling in these parts of the internet. One sec. I'm going to put on a new beat, fill my coffee. I'll be back. Word, Mr. Shrooms. Yeah, I just started on YouTube a couple days ago, so the Twitch is definitely a little bit more popping right now. If you aren't in, jump in the Discord. You never got your setup connected without latency to the Discord, Nadal. Well, what the heck? Where's the tech support? Where's Kevin Adam? you sent a submission, Supaloopa? Like a video? Oh, I see it. My bad. It's it was a little bit late. Yeah. Oh, maybe we can. It's very bad. Maybe we can check it out tomorrow. Don't be don't worry about stuff being bad. This is a safe space. I'll never be upset at people being whack, you know. You're allowed to be whack. That's how you get better. Everyone starts whack, right? We all start whack. I started very whack for many years. So yeah, but that's how you get feedback, and that's how you get better. Yeah, so don't worry about that, but do worry about submitting before the deadline. If you submit, like, try and submit before the countdown finishes, and then I won't miss it. Vinyl Richie, you're preaching to the choir. I've told many people, that's my biggest pet peeve of these, is just the start-stop setting. A birthday scratch? There you go. Wait, 1982, you think you're the oldest, Nadal? There's definitely people in here that are older than 1982. Oh yeah, is it actually your birthday natal, or is that some? It's hard to tell with natal. Natal just says stuff, you know. Okay, it's your birthday. 4th of August. Is that today? Somebody check. Somebody fact check that. And then we gotta keep track of it because natal he'll milk this. Next, couple weeks from now it'll be his birthday again. In December it'll be his birthday. His birthday will just be like every second month. Yes, you do, Natal. You have to send me your ID, credit card, and 10,000 bits. That's the only way to verify it's your birthday. I will accept bitcoins in place of bits, yes. Whoa, what just happened on Twitch? Something crazy just happened. Holy. What the heck? Wait, oh man. Was that Natal? Oh, Natal just dropped the gift subs all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 gift subs. Holy. That's the most gift subs that I've ever gotten, probably. I don't think I've even gotten 10 gift subs before. Dang. Shouts to Natal. Natal making it rain on his birthday. It's my birthday now. Happy birthday to me. Thanks, Natal. We got Hype Train as well. What the heck? Hype Train level 3? Oh, man. We gotta play like Crazy Train or something for Aussie. What the heck? There's more gift subs? Who did that one? Phil Fader. Why are all these gift subs coming in? The Twitch community is trying to show off now because we're streaming on YouTube as well. So now Twitch is like, we're number one. The battle has commenced. Thank you, Phil Fader, for 15 gift subs. Okay. That's a new stream record right there. Thank you. Yeah, I understand you had to hit level 3. You can't not hit level 3, right? Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, yeah, it says it just popped up, about to beat your previous record. Thanks, Twitch, and thank all you. I can't even get any scratching in. Can't even get some scratching in because Wicked Wyatta just hit 5. Oh my god, 20 gift subs. What's going on here? It's crazy. Man, appreciate it, you guys. You should all be saving your money though for Flip or Flop next season, and put it all into the donation for the winner. I appreciate it too, though. Thank you guys. I will never ask for any sort of support, but it is appreciated nonetheless. Ooh, saving for lessons. Yeah, that's another. If you want to support me and you want to learn, definitely hit me up for lessons. Here, I'll put that in the chat. Lessons at Vekked.com. Oops, I didn't even spell my own name right. Lessons at Vekked.com. Joe Mama with a sub. You guys are going crazy right now. Thank you guys for all the support today. Let's change up the beat, but yeah, 15 more minutes, and then we're going to go in the Discord and scratch together. Is it Flipper Fun? Hype Train, that's right. A lesson on how to connect Discord. You know, we can arrange it. That's an outdated bio. Cases has surpassed my number of titles. But I was still I think the only one to win all the existing DMC titles when they didn't add more. Prior to COVID. That's right. Teams Supremacy 6 minute online. Is the scratch notator more accurate for the fader or the record? Definitely the record. But the record, this is what I've said about it. The record movement is like it's too accurate in a sense where I think it would be a little more useful if it was more skewed towards the horizontal movement, because you can because you can see like the difference in the pitching and stuff a little bit clearer. Because right now it's too subtle, but it's probably like mathematically correct. Whereas the clicks, it actually just adds clicks or misses clicks sometimes. It shows my waves as babies. So here's the funny thing, turntables, that I learned from this. I kind of knew this for a while, but I think it's actually just correct. I think basically how the waves feel, they feel the same as like actual waves, but the end result is is basically a scribble. It's not actually like a wave in terms of like the record movement, but only in terms of the technique. But it just makes a scribble. Yeah, exactly. It's just a scribble. Those ones you can see the actual wave, and it is waving as it should be. But yep, I think there is ways there. You can definitely do like these wave things in a true wave, but the sound that people are getting, that buzzy drilly sound, it's just a scribble at the end of the day. That's the mystery solved. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, for me, like scratch notation is sort of just it's not, it shouldn't be, I don't think, used like classical notation. It's more like of a shorthand, like, yeah, like I don't know, maybe other people think differently, but for me it's like it's just like a way of showing like click patterns and stuff. It shouldn't really need to, or probably isn't useful to like notate all the variations that we have on the record, because the way things actually look and actually function doesn't really describe like the technique itself, you know? Like a really good example. If you showed someone that notation without the video, like no one would ever figure out like, oh, to get that sound, you like do this like motion, right? It's like there has to be another element included in order for a lot of techniques to make sense, because we know like you could do a shrimp scratch with a tear, but it doesn't sound the same. And like, yeah, there's not, it's just like there's so many techniques that are, the way you execute them is as much part of it as the actual sound itself. Yeah, I think I don't know, for me scratch notation is closer to like lead sheets in jazz, where, you know, like a lead sheet or jazz notation type stuff in general is like, it gives you the sort of vague overview of like what you're doing, but it doesn't tell you exactly how to do it. And like at the end of the day, it's like a little bit, it's open for interpretation, but also the bigger thing is that like for jazz music, you just study the audio and the music, right? You don't study just the notation. Like with classical music, it's sort of the other way to an extent. Like you're supposed to be able to sight read completely, like, and play accurately. But with jazz, it's like they don't even try to do that. They're like, listen to the audio and study it. And I think that's, for turntablism, that's more useful. But yeah, but still notation is cool. Like it definitely has its place. But I think like sometimes people try and like use it for too much, like do too much of the heavy lifting, when at the end of the day it's music. Use your ears, don't scratch with your eyes, you know. And Hado Shroom says, I doubt anyone knows or cares, but me and Jimmy Penguin release a scratch music album on Friday. Man, of course we care. We just talked about melodic scratching this week. I've been working on scratch music this week too. Go in the Discord and post it in Share Your Stuff so we can check it out. Oh, you want it? You want it, turntable? Come and get it. Mr. Cutting Corners, Canadian finalist in the house. This is called Scratch with an X instead of a C. Or Scratch Visualizer. I'm not exactly sure. Like, I think Scratch is the company and the app is Scratch Visualizer. That is true. That is true. And you know, I'm not positive. I'm guessing you're not allowed in our country turntables. We'd have to get you a pardon or something like that. Let me see here. Okay, so I don't know. I just have a hunch you're just like a shady character. Who knows what kind of skeletons are in your past tables. All right, let's go to the Discord and cut it up together in the Discord. Enough of just watching me cut. That's just to make sure that we didn't run away before some other people came in. YouTube chat, there you go. There's the Discord link. Get in there. And then there we go. Word, Hater Shrimps, thank you very much. I will check that out later. I didn't know that that was released, but we should we should have like a platform of like Scratch releases, like to keep track of them or something. The Discord channel to Scratch together is, so you're going to go to the Discord and then you're going to scroll down on the left and you're going to scroll way down and there's going to be video and voice and video room. And then we have a practice room. You're going to set up your audio and stuff. Many people already have. And then, we'll just take turns cutting it up together. How does that sound, everyone? So we're not raiding out today. We're going back to the Discord for a jam because it's been requested, just Sunday Scratch jamming. No topic, no focus, just cutting it up together. I feel like at some point, if people want, we can do like a more focused Scratch session jam thing, but are you able to watch? If not, there's no watching, no peeping. No, you can you can watch. Yeah, just make sure you're muted if you're like driving or something. You might have to mute your audio, but you can just if anybody just wants to chill and hang out and listen, there's a chat. You can just type in the chat too. And we'll kick it. I see there's 3 people. There's already people like got a head start in the Scratch room. Crispy Cuts, Low File, and someone with an H that Discord's not telling me their name because I'm streaming. Okay. Peace out, everyone. Catch you in the Discord. We'll Scratch together. Masterclass Monday, tomorrow though. 7 p.m. Put your ideas in the Discord, Masterclass ideas, and we'll go from there. We'll do whatever